Financial planning makes your month very effective, efficient, and easy to get by. What do you do at the end of every month to ensure that you're on track in your monthly planning, in your monthly everything, especially financially? Sometimes your income can be constant, but how do you complement that income to ensure that you don't have deficits, you don't have challenges getting throughout your month? Comment down below. Welcome to another episode of Personal Finance. So, in today's video, we are going to talk about how to set your financial goals on a monthly basis. Remember, if you need to set your projection for short term, medium, and long term, we have done previous videos and you can always check them out. For this particular one, we are focusing on the 30 days of the month. So, number one, do an assessment of your income. Of course, if it is one source, it means there is no assessment, you just know it's exact. If you have two or more source of income, just check how much you have made that month. Okay? Once you have identified how much you have for the month, find out what matters to you. Not to your friend, not to your family, not to the people around you, but to you as a person. Most basic needs do not change, so mostly you might find yourself just focusing on the other expenses. So list down your basic expenses and then work on that specific month's projection of what you want to achieve and how you plan to achieve it. Of course, giving priority to what matters the most. Number two, focus on your quick wins. Whatever you can sort out immediately, just do it. Just close it. Don't procrastinate. By the time you're procrastinating, another expense is cropping up, which reduces your income, your financial muscle. You may be planning, oh, I will do this next week, I will do this the other week. Then something crops up that requires that money. If only you had put it into use, it would not be available. Okay? So that is really, really important. The next thing is, as you're planning your priorities, as you're assessing what you need to do for the month, you need to be strategic and use the SMART strategy. Your goals for the month must be specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound. Don't start thinking, oh, what is more important on the 10th of the month? It is already overtaken by events. Then you plan your month and you say, this month I'm going to buy this and that, and you obviously know your income does not allow that. Focus. Your income and your goals should be aligned. Don't start borrowing, especially for consumption. Remember, we have always said, for borrowing, it goes to personal growth and improvement. Okay? Because once you borrow, that interest you'll be paying above your borrowing is an expense you want to have in mind, and an expense which perhaps is bringing returns to be able to cater for the expense that you're paying. The next thing is create a realistic budget. The importance of creating a budget is you will know where your leaks are. You will know why you're always living beyond your means, why you're always not able to meet your monthly expenses, why you're always broke by the 10th of the month, why you're always buying things that are not necessary, why all those factors. In fact, the key thing for purpose of this video is identifying the leaks. Where are you losing money? What unnecessary things are you buying? Do you really need it? Remember our 24-hour, actually we can make, remember our 48-hour rule. If you find something which is not a basic thing and you really want to buy, take 48 hours to think about it before you can buy it. Within these 48 hours, it will give you an allowance to see whether it is actually doable or not. And in these 48 hours, you will also see whether you need it. In any case, if you have been doing without it, who tells you that you must need it now? You have to really think through. Okay? Comment down below if you have ever used that rule of thinking through before buying something and it has helped you buy something that you either did not need, or you will end up not using it at all, or you end up using it maybe once or twice in a year. The next thing is you will know what to do with any surplus. Remember, we said 3 modes of budget: surplus, deficit, and balanced. Surplus means your income exceeds your expenses. Deficit, your income is less than your expenses. And balanced is everything is equal. Your income, your expenses are at par. Remember, our target is when the income has surplus. So the moment you identify that surplus, before you start impulse buying or just spending on things which do not really matter to you, maybe at some point is when you realize, indeed, they actually don't matter to me. Look at how you can use that money to advance yourself. My own strategy is, if you have any surplus, put it aside in an account where you have where you have a target for what you want to do. Remember, by this point, I'm assuming we have already addressed our emergency fund. So if you haven't addressed your emergency fund, then this extra money should go straight to the emergency fund. If you have already addressed your emergency fund, these funds should now go to another different activity. Like, for instance, if you're saving for a big budget item, or of course among your medium, short, and long-term goals, what you're saving for, it goes there. Okay, the next thing is, in case there's something that is coming up, like what we said in our previous video, that you have your family, I mean your extended family, not your immediate family, but you have the overall family expenses. That is something else you can put aside for that, so that you can be able to meet that expense. Comment down below what you do with your surplus, and have you ever gone through to check actually whether your budget is surplus, deficit, or balanced? I'd love to know. Comment below. The next thing is monitoring your progress. Let me tell you, if you track your progress, that is the ticket to growth, because at least you know each and every leak, and you know each and every shilling where it is going, and you know even whatever you're projecting for your short, medium, and long-term goals, there is something you're doing towards it. You're not just chilling, enjoying life, chopping money, and all that. But remember, we said, do not be too stingy on yourself that you forget to appreciate yourself. You have been working for 30 days. At least reward yourself on something. Perhaps if you don't want to reward yourself, work towards, maybe in the long term, you're going to be able to reward yourself, because what you're focusing on is a project which will generate income and improve your life. I would like to highlight 5 things I would really think they would really help your month when you're planning for your financial goals. Number 1, review your income and see how to grow it, especially if your budget is balanced or deficit. Number 2, pay your credit card promptly to avoid being charged interest or accrual of penal interest and all other charges which can increase your liability. Number 3, review your debt. If you're in a position to reduce your debt, please go ahead and pay part of the debt so that you reduce the burden, especially with the current interest rates, which are skyrocketing every other day. The other thing is review your investment. How often do you send money to your investments and you don't even check on a monthly basis your returns? It is so important so that you see whether you're progressing, you're stagnant, or you need to change that mode of investment. Or you can check through your investment option, the providers, to see how you can adjust. Maybe you just need to boost your investment and grow your investment more. Yeah. The last thing is review your emergency fund. Do not be caught off guard. We have said this time and again, emergencies are inevitable. You may think you have planned yourself, you may think everything is working perfectly, but something comes up, and this is normal. It is not, emergencies are not medical, they are not death, they are not those things that you're overthinking. You can run out of cooking gas, you can run out of your monthly expenses fund, you can run out of so many things. You can actually maybe just have an emergency of, your car can break down, maybe you can be robbed even. Imagine if you lose your wallet with maybe the money that you're remaining for the remainder of the month. There are so many things, so just be on the lookout so that you don't lose an opportunity to ensure that you safeguard your future, your current, your next month. Yes. Thank you so much for watching this video. Remember, on this channel we talk about finance, personal development, travel, and community service. If this is your kind of content, kindly consider subscribing and join the Jest family. Thank you so much for your support. We really appreciate and we look forward to your continued support. See you on our next one. Bye.